Hey, here is one-dimensional iron farm. This part uses 144 villagers, and it should average around, well, almost exactly 23,040 iron per hour. Um, it works by shifting the villagers down. It runs on a 100 game tick clock that is just the villager cooldown for summoning golems. Um, a lot of work went into figuring out what size down Excel would actually work and give you the best efficiency for number of villagers being scared versus size of the platforms. Eventually, I settled on this one, which gives us a pretty good efficiency for the number of villagers being scared. Um, it's also tileable. You can have a 72 villager version and a 36 villager version. Um, the only problem with it is uh, it sucks. You shouldn't build this. Um, with villagers sharing spawning platforms, um, every time you reload the chunks that the villagers are in, there is a chance that the scan time that the villagers will update will coincide with when the golems are in this area. They're within range for about 19 to 20 ticks, and they villagers check every 200 ticks. So on average, you'll have around 15% of your villagers not ever producing iron. Um, if you reload the chunks, it will randomize again, and you've got a chance of getting better rates or worse rates. Um, it's less of an issue on the smaller ones. If you have, say, the 36 villager setup going, and your villager and you're not producing a consistent 2 golems every 5 seconds with this setup, just reload the chunk. You've got a pretty good chance that it'll actually load and work and be consistent and should work 100% of the time from that point on until you reload the chunk again. If you use the 72 villager version, it becomes a little less likely that you'll get it to 100% working, but it's still doable. It's still finicky. You're not going to get max rates with this one, and with the 144, it's almost impossible to get maximum rates. You could go through and find exactly which villager is causing the issues. Um, right now, this one. See, this is the issue. One of these guys detected the golem, and so it doesn't allow this entire village to summon another one. He'll always see the golems down there and prevent everyone from summoning. So he'll not be on cooldown when it reaches the time. So if he just went down, they summoned. Well, they didn't summon, and then they get thrown back up here. And yeah, so again, he's on cooldown because he's seen a golem. The other two not on cooldown. They didn't even see a golem because uh, their refresh time didn't line up with the ticks that it was visible. So this isn't a great farm. Um, However, if you still want to build something like it, there's a fix that makes it at least reasonable. This is the exact same farm, but using 2 dimensions, so we just set a bunch of portal spam. This reduces the time that the golems are in range from around 20 ticks to 2 ticks. On average, this will still have about 1% of your villagers in that bad state, but from my testing, you're never going to get worse than 98%, but average 99% efficiency. And I found after reloading the chunks 3 or 4 times, it gets lucky and you hit 100% efficiency. And then it will stay 100% until you reload the chunks. Um, I'm just using this command to kill the iron golems in the nether side. It works pretty well. Just have to pulse that, and then your villagers will start falling. and then you see that pulse going through. That was a golem being detected using the tripwires, and then it sends them all through, and then that golem being detected sends the villagers back up and brings the next set of villagers down. When you bring your villagers down, they need at least 20 ticks to see the pillager before the golem cooldown time has finished. So from the time that the previous golem is spawned, you have exactly 4 seconds to get the next set of villagers in line and scared by the pillagers. Otherwise, you'll chance missing it. I've got them where they've got, I believe, 1.5 seconds, so a 50% buffer between when they see the pillager and when they can summon the golems. But as you can see, right now it's summoning mostly good. There's a couple that aren't working, and if you reload these chunks, you get a different array of working summons or not working summons. If you see 8 every time, then it's working fine. Normally you'll see like 1 or 2 7s. Once in a while you'll see a 6. Ignore the first 6 summons anytime you start up the machine. Start after that. But once you reload, like I said, there's a pretty good chance that you'll get 89 or 98, 99, or 100% efficiency going with this. But using a high density farm like this, you're not very likely to get 100% efficiency the larger you scale up with number of villagers. Small number of villagers, yep, you get a pretty good chance of not hitting that refresh, or that 1 in 200 tick refresh coinciding with the 2 tick golem lifespan. But the more villagers you have, the higher the chance it is. Yeah, I think that's it.